Hello and welcome to Marysville-Getchell High School. Tonight, the Marysville-Getchell Chargers host the Marysville-Pilchuck Tomahawks. Hello everybody and welcome to Tulalip TV. My name's Robert Watson. I'm joined tonight by my co-host Alex Sharon.
Thanks, Robert. It's a nice night to be here.
And so last week, the Chargers actually won 2-1 over Stanwood.
Yeah, Stanwood and Getchell were pretty close in the standings. It pushed Getchell up. Pilchuck still struggling mid-table for now, but they're a young team and they got room to improve.
Yeah, they're 6-6 so far on this year. They're going to see if they can improve on that.
It's going to be tough to get any much better with only 2 games left, but it's really been a building season for Pilchuck. They've got a lot of young players, like I said, and they've recently brought up 2 players from junior varsity.
And we'll bring up later tonight, we have a couple Tulalip tribal members on Marysville-Getchell Chargers team.
Yeah, those tribal members have been a big part of Getchell's season this year, namely senior Jaden Thompson Sheldon. Jaden was just honored as part of the senior night festivities. As we're getting ready to go here.
So as we mentioned, Marysville-Getchell's 9-4. They're 8-4 in league, and Marysville-Pilchuck's 4-6 in league, 6-6 overall.
Yeah, we've had a good season for Getchell. They've scored a lot of goals, twice as many as Pilchuck has. 24 goals on the season for Getchell. And that's really being led by the forward tandem of Jaden Thompson Sheldon and Courtney Crane, both seniors getting their last home game tonight.
Yeah, we mentioned Kenzie Thompson Sheldon last game that we had commentated here against Mount Lake Terrace. She was out with an injury.
Yeah, she had a hip problem, but I believe, speaking to Coach Sarah Harris here at Getchell, Kenzie's all healed up now and she's ready to get going.
Speaking of that game, you guys might remember it. We were covering it, and it was torrential downpour. Lightning started striking to where they delayed the game and ultimately ended up canceling the game.
Yeah, they replayed the game this past Saturday, or actually 2 Saturdays ago. Getchell ended up pulling the game out 1-0 with Courtney Crane scoring the only goal on the game. Got some more pre-game festivities going on right now.
Yeah, we'll listen in for a minute here and get back with you.
Number 10, Kate Wolf. Number 11, Maya Allen.
Some nice camaraderie between the 2 Marysville teams. You know, these schools have a bit of a rivalry in a couple different sports. We covered the Berry Bowl a couple weeks ago for football. This rivalry is a little bit more even-handed, with Getchell actually having some wins to their name. And like we were talking about, they're actually better in the standings right now. Both schools separated by only 5 miles between them.
Mm-hmm. So they're going over lineups right now. As you mentioned earlier, it's a senior night. There's a handful of seniors on each team, and as you mentioned, the camaraderie. It's always nice on senior night to the host team to always give flowers to the other team too. It's really nice. See some of the fans in attendance. Considering it's only 54 degrees out here, and it actually feels colder than that. It's pretty cold out here. There's a good turnout tonight in these stands.
Oh, there's a huge turnout. I'm kind of jealous about thinking back to my playing days. We never got, oh, look at that.
Doing the
got
worm.
the worm going on. That's what they came to see. They came to see the dance show. Oh, well, how do you follow the worm? She did about as much as she could. You see Jaden Thompson Sheldon here.
Scouts like modesty too. No. So there was a couple number changes to numbers that players normally wear. On Marysville-Pilchuck Tomahawks tonight, Vanessa Perez will be wearing number 7. Emily Bartley will be wearing 14. Cheyenne Crane will be wearing 19. And Michaela Northworthy will be wearing 16 tonight, pulled up from the JV squad, or at least plays sometimes with the senior squad regardless. So just a little, in case you're looking for certain players out there that usually watch, they have number changes on the jerseys tonight. Just wanted to let you know that.
Number 16, Olivia Dahl. Number 17, and I'll get the last name right.
You can see they're pretty cold out there. I have a wool jacket on and I'm cold. They're probably ready to get the game started, get running around a little bit.
Yeah, I'll tell you the hardest part about these soccer games is sitting on the bench. If you're not starting, your feet are getting cold. That first touch on the ball is usually a little harder than you're expecting, and it'll usually bounce off and go in a direction you're not intending it to.
I'd be cheating. If I was out there, I'd probably have one of Grandma's Pendleton blankets on the sideline wrapped around my legs.
Yeah, well, I saw some of the girls had their blankets on before the game started while the JV team was playing. It was probably a smart idea. I was kind of jealous of the warmth they had. See the refs there, ready to officiate the game.
They look serious.
They know they need to be on their game too.
Now would you please rise and lift your hands to the honor of the flag?
They look red card ready.
Oh, don't say that. We don't want to see any red
No,
cards tonight
I'm
for
just
either.
kidding.
We get ready for the anthem. We're off for the.
So as we mentioned, Getchell coming off a 2-1 victory over Stanwood. MP just came off a loss to Arlington, 1-2, and actually that's who Getchell plays next week. So they get to see how they fare against a team that MP lost to 1-2.
Yeah, they had a lot of tough mid-table battles in the last week, and Arlington scored 38 goals on the year. Getchell's going to have their hands full keeping them out of the net next week. It seems as though Arlington's strategy is you can't beat us if you don't score as much of us. So they ignore the defense a little bit and go all out on attack. The teams huddle up to get one last word of preparation.
Just a team full of Steph Currys out there.
Yeah. We look at Getchell's roster here. The two Thompson-Sheldon sisters we mentioned before filling out the roster. As the senior and freshman sister combo, there's another senior freshman sister combo in the Crane sisters, Kirsten and Courtney. We mentioned Courtney earlier as the lone goal scorer of last week's win against Stanwood. And the girls are going to take the field now.
And Kenzie and Kirsten are actually the only two freshmen that were to make to this varsity team. So congratulations to them.
And we go to the Pilchuck roster. A lot of more youth on the Pilchuck roster, which contributes to some of their low-scoring games. But, you know, they're building for the future. They're getting ready. And young defensive core there. They only have 4 full-time defenders on this team, 1 senior, and then the rest of them are either sophomores or freshmen.
Building for the future, nice point.
And we're off. Getchell tries to get things going early with a early long ball.
Jaden missing with the header there.
We have Sophia Trujillo picking up the ball. So we get the ball bouncing around in midfield before things finally get settled. Getchell's going to have the ball now. Madison Hagelin.
Pass into Sophia.
Sophia looks for Jaden long, but Jaden just can't quite get there. Just a little too much power on that ball. We're going to kick it back over for a goal kick. I think some of the Getchell players might be jealous of the Pilchuck long sleeve jerseys that they've got tonight. I know I am. Jaden with the interception off the goal kick. And she's going to be able to find Sophia here. A good attack coming. She sends in the ball, but can't quite get the head on it from Kristen Kane.
Yeah, Kirsten, she was a little upset with herself after that when she was smiling and walking away, knowing she was trying to get a better piece of that.
Faith Sherman now with the heavy defensive pressure. Pilchuck tries to take control and get their first attack going. They can't quite get it going. The long ball rolls safely through to the goalkeeper. And Pilchuck gets their first semi-attack going, but they can't ever really get control over the ball as Getchell sends it out of bounds for a Pilchuck throw.
We mentioned Cheyenne Crane to be wearing number 19 tonight, but the goalkeeper I see says 0, so maybe she is back to her original number. Coach gave us a correction, but I believe she put on her old number regardless.
There's Courtney Crane there clearing the ball out for a throw-in. Nice communication here from the Getchell goalkeeper telling Courtney where the Pilchuck attack is. Pilchuck with the ball in the box. It's bouncing around, taking some heavy touches.
Nice footwork.
Nice footwork and way to keep the defenders on your back.
That's Veronica Taylor doing a good job down there for as long as she could.
Holding the ball up and, again, keeping the defender on your back. It gives you that leverage and really lets you dictate where the ball is going to be able to go. If you're too weak on the ball there, the defenders easily can get around and just poke it out. And the goal kick's going to get up to midfield, but Pilchuck's going to take control back.
That was Courtney with the long kick out to midfield. This is number 22, Leilani, moving the ball well, and it's out of bounds.
And the ball's still bouncing around here. Not too much control either way for either team. They're still trying to fight and really establish that control of the game. As Pilchuck turns it over, Getchell gets it back for a nice clearance.
It's a good job by Courtney there.
We have Kirsten here with the ball for Getchell. She's looking upfield, looking for a pass, trying to find a teammate, cuts it back inside. Sees Sophia, plays a nice ball square to Sophia. And Sophia's got her head up. She's looking good. Plays it to Jaden. Jaden back. Now the ball
Olivia
in.
With a long shot. It's wide.
A dangerous ball in there, though, for Getchell. They're going to like that going forward. If you have a car in the Getchell parking lot, its alarm is currently going off. You might want to go check that.
Small possibility it's one of ours, but we're just going to have to roll with it for now.
And the ball's put back into play. Getchell currently has control of it. Going to go back to Courtney Crane. Now with Madison Haglund. Haglund's got her head up. She's looking for a player. And she finds her teammate now with Kirsten Crane. Kirsten back to the defense, who puts in a ball, but it's going to safely sail over the bar for a goal kick. We see the replay here. Just a little too high. The ball was put back into play on the goal kick, and Getchell's going to take control back. Ball's still bouncing around in that midfield area. Kirsten Crane is going to take control, and she's got a ton of space. She really has time to work now, time to take her time, look up, find someone she wants. She makes a nice move, moves past the defender, sends it out to the wide area. Now Sophia with the ball, looking up, looking for a teammate, looking for someone to pass to. Oh, a ball in, but it goes to no one, and Pilchuck takes control.
A little correction earlier. I mentioned Cheyenne Crane with the number change. That's actually Emily Bartley at goalkeeper, so I apologize for that correction. She's number 1.
Getchell with the ball. This is Madison Hagelin. Madison looked up for Jaden, but couldn't quite find her.
A little collision there at midfield.
Oh, we still got the ball with Getchell, though, and a dangerous attack.
Tristan's fighting for it.
Tristan Fetro there on the wing.
Bryn ends up with control of it. This is Bryn Pilkington, senior defender.
And she sends the goal kick long, but can't quite get it past the Getchell defense. Madison Hagelin controlling it again in midfield. Madison's really had a great touch on the ball so far in this game. Jaden running hard to take control back for Getchell, finds Sophia, and Sophia keeps it going but can't quite find the teammate, can't quite get the control. Now we've got Courtney Crane on the ball, and a nice ball in. She really put some nice spin on it to let Jaden get the control. Jaden's looking for a teammate now. Jaden sends it up, and the defense gets it, but Getchell gets it right back, sends the ball in. It goes nowhere. It's bouncing around in midfield. Madison Hagelin now with it. Madison looking up, finds Sophia. Sophia looking. She's got teammates, just can't quite get them the ball.
You know, one thing to say, Marysville-Getchell so far has really taken control of the game for the most part. There's no scores up. It has been on the other side of the field the whole time in MP territory.
Yeah, they're really taking control of possession, getting that possession stat. And, oh, and Madison Hagelin can't quite find Tristan there on the wing. But possession is really going to help them. I mean, if you can't score if you don't have the ball, and if you have the ball more than your opponent, you're going to have more opportunities to score. As Pilchuck sends the ball in from the throw-in. Nice ball long. And Pilchuck playing that long ball now, kicking it up.
That was a great job by Veronica Taylor. Just, you know, muscling her way to the ball, getting it up to her teammate. Lost control of it, but the point was she was really knowing what needs to be done and getting that ball moving up the field.
Pilchuck's going to take a heavy touch out of bounds, turning the ball back over to Getchell. Getchell's going to throw it in now. And Jaden's going to fight for it, win the ball, and then her teammate's going to send it down the line. Sophia now with the ball in the middle of the field. Kirsten Crane sends it out wide. We have Maddie Gramboy sending it back into the middle. The goalkeeper takes a odd touch, and not Tristan just barely missed that. Couldn't quite get a good touch on it, couldn't quite get the connection.
And they still maintain control of the ball, though.
Maddie Gramboy finds Madison Hagelin. Hagelin up to field to Kirsten Crane. Kirsten's looking back now. She has the pass back if she wants it. She doesn't, though. She wants to take a shot. Oh, she was mad at herself for that shot. And her sister tries to send it back in. That's Courtney Crane. And it's just wide. It's going to be a Pilchuck goal kick now. As we send the ball in, it makes it just out to Sophia. Sophia takes control of it. She's got space. Oh, a great pass back by Jaden. And Kirsten Crane with a good shot just over the bar.
That was great ball movement.
It was, and it was a great first touch there by Jaden, really to send the ball back to to Kirsten Crane, sorry. And the Crane sisters have been playing very well so far to start the game.
Great dribbling, too. Good job.
It's a great job by Jaden there to know that her teammate's going to be there, to be able to take that quick touch, you know, play it first time, don't hold on the ball too long.
I'll give it to MP. They haven't given nothing up yet. Sure, it's been challenging, but they're doing it. They're not giving up a score. You know, you got to hand it to them.
Yeah, that's the great thing about soccer is if you can withstand that initial attack, you can always counterattack for a quick goal. And that quick goal can be the difference between a killing and a 1-0 victory.
Right.
There's a fight for the ball down on the touchline, but
Looks like she was just going to try to clear it out of bounds, but it stays in bounds, and
find a teammate.
MP's moving it upfield.
Veronica Taylor now with the ball in the midfield, but she turns it over to Madison Hagelin. Hagelin with the ball, looking up, looking for Kirsten Crane. She doesn't want the pass, though. She's got plenty of space, tons of space there. She finds Jaden, but Jaden can't quite take control, takes a heavy touch, and Hagelin's got it back. Ball goes out wide to the wing. Jaden working hard now. Jaden looking up, looking for a teammate, looking for someone. She might have the pass back. She does. There's Tristan now. Tristan can't quite control it, and a ball goes in. Let's see if the goalkeeper can control it. She doesn't have to. She sees it safely over the bar.
Little replay on that shot.
Yeah, it was a good thought. Good thought to get the ball into the box there. You know, really trying to get the ball into the box. And
I appreciate the effort there.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you put it in, you put something in there, it's up to your forwards to go and get it. And there just happened to not be anyone in there at that point in time, but there will be next play down the field.
Well, either you're people down there attacking, or you're the goalie not getting the teardrop right over their head into the net too.
It happens, and it's one of the worst feelings in the world for a goalkeeper. And I don't wish it on any goalkeeper. We got Madison Hagelin now controlling the ball. Madison sends it in. She's just trying to test the goalkeeper, make sure she's on her toes.
I know, they just keep giving Emily some cardio, having her running after the balls that they keep launching over the top.
Hey, get her tired by chasing those balls. She might not have the energy to stop the actual shots.
Yeah.
She sends it out for a goal kick to the wing. Another long ball up to Veronica. Veronica sends it on again. It bounces awkwardly over Maddie Gramboys, but Maddie is able to recover and send it out and really get their shape back now for Getchell. You know, a lot of times, Robert, teams will be in that panic situation where the ball's coming down. And what Maddie did right then to send the ball out of bounds really lets them calm down, get control of the game again. It gives you a quick second to get your shape back, get in your right position, and communicate with your teammates and make sure everyone's on the same page.
Yeah, that's a good point. MP really has a chance here if they just can keep control of the ball. Getchell doing a good job of...
Dangerous play right now, dribbling it around in your own box, but Getchell knew they had control of it. As Courtney Crane comes up to take control and clear the ball further up to Jaden. Madison Hagelin now with the ball. Sends it up to Kirsten Crane. Kirsten's looking up. She's dribbling. She's got control over it. She's looking out to the wing now to Sophia. Sophia gets it in a great position. She has players in the box. Kirsten Crane now. Oh, and almost on target there.
Megan Connolly did a great job of stepping in front. It looks like she was going to have a shot on goal. Next thing you know, she put it a little too far in front of her, gave Megan time to come over, number 17, and just stop that shot that was going to be on goal there down the center.
I believe that was Madison Hagelin with the shot.
The cardio boot that she's given.
Pilchuck sending it up again, long ball to Cadence Jackson. It looks like their main attack right now is playing those long balls to Cadence and hoping that Cadence can run onto the ball, maybe get an awkward bounce on this turf. And that's one thing you can look forward to playing on these turf fields that we have all over Snohomish and King County. We get a lot of turf fields where you're going to get the ball rolling at a faster speed than you would on a grass field. It really glides across the surface compared to the grass, where you might get some long patches that might slow the ball
right
down. But it helps the predictability. It helps you know where your passes are going, and it helps you get those precision passes up to the forwards for better shots on goal.
Courtney launches it to midfield.
Jaden with a nice control on that goal kick. Pilchuck really needs to step up on those goal kicks and put a body on the person receiving them so they can't control it so easily. Kirsten looks for a nice through ball there for Jaden, but can't quite get enough on it. Courtney fighting hard for that.
Put a little body on Cadence there to get that.
And that's what Pilchuck needs to look at doing. When they're receiving the ball at midfield, they're not putting a body on anyone. They need to be more physical. Cadence Jackson here attacking. Can't find any teammates, though.
She was all alone besides Veronica down there.
Yeah, and that'll happen when you've got a young, inexperienced team. A lot of people won't know that you gotta follow your attackers. You gotta give them someone to pass to, because when they're by themselves, they could be the best player in the world, but they can't take on 4 defenders by themselves every time.
Right. Oh, put a little too much on that pass, and Mackenzie comes up with it, pushing it downfield, and gets turned over.
Peyton Wolf now pressuring the ball. Pilchuck is going to take control in their own defense. Sends the ball out to the wing now. Kayla loses it, dribbling down the field. Sophia take control. Kirsten now with the ball. Kirsten's looking for goal. Kirsten sends it in, and it's a goal. Goal for Pilchuck.
1-0. Marysville-Getchell Chargers.
That's Kirsten Crane with the nice goal. Let's get a little replay here. She's looking up for her teammates, but she also has the skill to really run past with that great control, take one touch and finish it top left corner. Great goal there for Kirsten.
Yeah, nice shot.
And you can see why she's one of the 2 freshmen that are on this team. See a nice shot of the goalkeeper looking mad there. You could win 9-1 and the goalkeepers would be still mad about that one goal.
Right, yeah. A lot of pride back there,
yeah.
you know.
Not much you can do about a shot like that, though. You have to be perfectly positioned and ready for it. And when you're that far out, or when the attacker's that far out, you're not expecting it to come in like that. It's a tough shot to stop. Sophia looking up, trying to find Kirsten again.
Yeah, you figure it would be easier to defend far away, but really, when you're up closer, it takes away a lot of their angles that they would normally have as far from a far away shot. A lot more net to deal with, or to be able to have to handle.
Jaden sends the ball over for a goal kick. "20 minutes almost gone by now in the game. 1-0 Getchell. Veronica gets the ball at midfield, but loses it quickly to Faith Sherman. Faith now dribbling up. She's looking for Kirsten, but dribbles past, decides not to take it, sends it out to Alana Gomez. Alana with the ball now, and she loses it in the attack.
Yeah, Faith, for her height, just got really long stride that people have to keep up with, you know.
And when you're that tall, I mean, most soccer players aren't the tallest in the world, but when you are that tall, it really gives you the leverage to keep people at bay, and you can keep that ball further away from them so they can't poke it out as easily. Got Caitlin Olson sending the ball in now for Pilchuck. They're going to lose it to Getchell. Getchell's got control again. Kirsten Crane sends it back and just out of bounds now. Turning control over back to Pilchuck.
They aren't Pendleton blankets, but they got some blankets in there keeping them warm.
We might have to go ask them if they can share that at halftime.
Right. I at least got a wool jacket on. All right, Pilchuck has it down here in Getchell territory for one of the few times, and unfortunately not able to capitalize off being down here at the center of the field. It's going to take a group effort, and really, you know, might even have to sacrifice some of your defense to get down here to help, but you don't want to be caught in a foot race on the other end after that.
Yeah, one of the things that can really kill you is overcommitting and getting too many people upfield leaves you open to a quick counterattack. It doesn't look like either team's really been open to that so far, but it can really be a killer if you lose concentration. Jaden sends it out trying to find Sophia now. Sophia sends it back to Maddie Granboy, who sends it in for a long cross. Sophia gets it back now. She's in about the same position that Kirsten was when she scored her goal. Can't find any teammates. Maddie's gonna get the ball back now on the right. She's looking back, just playing it safe to Courtney. Courtney sends it in long, but the goalkeeper's easily going to be able to just snatch this one up.
Put that down as a stat, saving a shot on goal there.
Hey, if you get your stats up, then
Yeah, trying to pad him a little bit. Calling your defenders off so you can run up and grab it each time.
send the ball back in now is Caitlin Olson. It's going to take a touch off of the Getchell defender. It's going to be another Pilchuck throw. We got the drum line here tonight for the soccer game. Oh, she hit that last one with a little bit of power.
A little 808 kick drum. If anybody out there really plays drums on an 808, I'm sure I'll be hearing it sometime later.
Pilchuck sends the ball in. It's a dangerous ball in, but Getchell was able to take control of it pretty easily. Not take control, but clear it pretty easily.
Yeah.
Pilchuck has the ball out now on the wing.
She's going to need some help over there.
It's Maya Allen, can't quite find anybody.
Cadence was trying to run it down there in the box, just not able to make it.
Ball's going to bounce to half field. Oh, and just can't quite get a touch on it. It was Peyton Wolf. Peyton getting back into position now, ready for the throw-in.
She looks a little frustrated when she missed it. She's like, oh, man.
Yeah.
Head down, like, dang it.
Those are always tough when you know you should have gotten it, but you couldn't quite get a touch on it. Getchell now with control. Kirsten Crane. We've been saying her name a lot. She's really been controlling the midfield here. Finds Madison Hagelin. Madison looking out wide now.
Maddie puts it up and into the foot of an MP player.
Getchell's had some good crosses into the middle of the box, but there haven't been any forwards in any of those times. They haven't been able to get up and get into the box to get ready for those crosses.
Right.
Pilchuck gets ready to send the ball back in for the goal kick. It's Caitlin Olson again on the goal kick. She gets to half field and Pilchuck is able to take control. They're going to turn it over quickly and Getchell's going to turn it right back to Pilchuck. Courtney Crane just trying to get the ball upfield now. A lot of long ball going on. And Getchell's going to have a chance to slow the game down a little bit and take control.
Coach Sarah able to inbounds it.
Another ball goes in long to Jaden. Kirsten's going to get it though. Kirsten's going to send it back to Madison Hagelin. Hagelin's got plenty of space to work. She's looking up, sends it in, but can't find her teammate, Alana Gomez.
Caitlin Olson deflecting it out of bounds there.
You see Madison with the quick step over and quick pass, but Caitlin Olson for the Tomahawks able to step in front.
Maya Allen stayed pretty well with her too, even though it was some nice footwork. She did a good job of just keeping her in front of her and not really, in basketball, like getting her ankles broke is what you'd call it. So did a good job keeping her foot and just her squared up with her pretty good.
Courtney Crane now taking control of the ball in the defense, playing out from the back. She's walking the ball up, and she doesn't have to move anywhere. I mean, they've already got their goal. They could hold the ball for the rest of the game if they wanted to. I don't think they want to, though. They're going to want to get some insurance. Quick turn here from Olivia Dahl. She finds her teammate, Kirsten Crane. Kirsten's still got the ball. Quick, close touches. Kirsten's going to look for another goal, but just to the left.
One thing about Getchell and their footwork is when you're the defender and you're constantly having to change direction and whatnot, that's going to take a fatigue on you throughout the game also when you're the one always chasing as opposed to being the one making the initial moves. And I think that could even affect you adversely when you get later into the game in the deeper minutes, right?
Right, and when you're a defender, you're really trying to push an attacker to a position that they don't want to go in. It's so much easier to attack and change direction that you're really just trying to mitigate where they can go on the field. Don't shade them inside. You want to shade them to the outside, push them to the wing, and don't give them an easy cross in to the box. Sophia has a teammate out to the wing right now, but can't find her. And she's going to keep the ball, hold it, play a nice ball through to Jaden. Jaden's got a shot on goal and
Great
a save,
save,
but a follow-up and goal for Getchell. That's number 10.
Elena Gomez. Great follow-up. Good save initially, and she was trying to get up and really get a piece of that. So thank you for the replay here. Let's take a look at what happened here.
Yeah, Jaden is, like we said, one of the Tulalip tribal members. She was able to receive the ball, put just enough spin on it where the goalkeeper couldn't take control, and Elena really there to follow up. Good awareness.
And when somebody's running up on you like that, and
actually,
are they calling that off?
Yeah, that's going to be an offside. Offside on Elena. And that's one of those things that's hard to judge. When Jaden's shooting, you're not really expecting that you're going to have to attack again, but she couldn't quite get back onside before getting that goal.
So on that last one, Emily, on the second shot, you know, you really want to defend where the ball could go, but really it's right in your face. You think you're going to take one right to the grill.
Yeah.
And so it's got to be tough to put your hands up in the air knowing you're just leaving yourself exposed for a broken nose.
Right, and we'll say Emily knew that she didn't have to save that, so she let it go anyway. She didn't want to save it. She knew it was offside. She saw the official in the corner of her eye and knew she could let it go.
Right.
Sophia's going to try and press the ball now. Unfortunate break for Getchell, but they're still on the attack. There's Jaden Thompson-Sheldon. Getting a nice break here while we're waiting to send the ball back into play.
A lot of seniors on this Getchell team. Not going to be looking like the same team next year. And I don't mean as far as skill-wise either, just not the same as far as faces.
Yeah, and we'll still see the same family. We got Kirsten Crane and Kinsey Thompson-Sheldon on the team, and they're going to be on the team for hopefully another couple of years.
A few years, yeah. MP looking to push it a little here. Oh, got a little off balance. Just some good defense by Madison there.
Madison gets it up to Jaden. Jaden having some nice, quick, close control there. Gets it up to the... Oh, and just
who stepped in front of that?
Over.
That's Bryn Pilkington who was able to step in that. Good job, because otherwise they could have been in trouble down there with the shot on goal.
Bryn gets it up to Peyton Wolf, who's looking for Veronica, but Veronica wasn't where Peyton thought she was. And a bit of miscommunication, but Pilchuck's going to still get control of the ball. It was a dangerous attack, and Getchell just had to clear it out. Veronica now with the header back, but it's going to be a turnover to Getchell. Getchell's going to take control. Madison Haglund now. Madison tons of space. Sends it up to Sophia. Sophia's looking up. Sophia's going to have to take control. She does. Sends it up to Alana Dahl. Jaden now on the ball.
Good job of boxing out with the body there.
Jaden sends it back to the defender, who tries to send it in. Not the most accurate cross, but it is going to get to the Getchell teammate. And Getchell sends it in, but no attackers again in the box. Going to be a goal kick.
You can see that was just a little wide out there.
Caitlin Olsen now sending the ball in on the goal kick. A nice boot up field, but Sophia's, Jaden's going to take control. Sophia's going to be able to run out to the wing and give Jaden an option out wide, but Jaden breaking some ankles. Kirsten Crane now with the ball. Good attack going for Getchell. Kirsten's looking back, can't quite find anyone on the turn. A nice ball in, but the goalkeeper's going to easily take control of that one. You know, Emily's had a great night so far here, but it's not a night that she really wants to be having as a goalkeeper. You don't want that praise as a goalkeeper because you want an easy night where you're not having to save too many balls.
Right. Yeah, for how much adversity she's had to deal with down there. I mean, at this point, be glad with a 1-0 game because you're within reach, you know? Although Chargers have really had control of this game, it's still a 1-0 game when it comes down to it no matter what, you know? It's a matter of just having some discipline, really ball discipline, and really seeing how that fatigue is going to affect you.
So we wait for the ball to get set back into play. Courtney Crane is going to be taking the goal kick for the Chargers. Courtney's going to send it long. Jaden's going to take control. Jaden with the ball at midfield, looks up, finds a teammate, and then flashes out wide for Madison Haglund to find her. Madison's going to look out to the wing, though. And that's G for Raya Hernandez with the ball now. G looks back, finds Maddie Gramboy, looks for G to continue her run, but that's going to be a bit too far for her.
I like how when G's come in, you kind of see she is just basically working at full speed right now, really keeping everybody on their heels. She's coming in from that edge at full speed. It's something they have to deal with. She's a fresh body coming in, and it's obvious.
And if you are a fan of a lot of professional soccer, you know that they've got a maximum of 3 subs per game. That's not going to be the case in high school. Of course, we're going to want to get more players playing, more time, really work on that stamina. So you're not going to have to worry about that 3 sub limit. You can sub at any point in the high school level. So when you do sub someone like G, she can do that. She can come in and add some energy, really run full speed, kind of like a hockey line, throwing in some new players and running them at full speed.
Speaking of full speed, Veronica Taylor, I saw when she was down here, when she just made her way back up field, looks like she was limping around a little bit. I'm not sure if she'd strained something or whatever. We'll have to keep an eye on that for MP.
Jaden looking up for her teammate, can't quite find her. As the ball's going to bounce safely to Mackenzie Conley. Mackenzie's looking up now for that long ball, but no one's going to be there. And Getchell's going to clear
They're
it.
putting it downfield. It's just not in a controlled manner to a person who's able to keep them off of Getchell off of them with their body. Getchell's able to get around it and really have a great defense. And next thing you know, they end up with control.
And that really tells me that Pilchuck isn't as confident in the midfield. They've got to kind of bypass the midfield and kick those long balls up to their attackers to run onto. Where if you look at Getchell, Getchell's controlling the ball. You have Madison Hagelin, you have Kirsten Crane, you have all these midfielders who can keep the ball close to their feet, control it, and find people with nice, easy passes on the ground.
And that'll come with experience, though.
Right.
MP will get that.
And there's actually nothing wrong with the long ball method. It's just you have to have those attackers who can outrun the defense to the ball, put their body on the ball, and hold the ball for the rest of the team to join them. But then you do have to have the team join you from the midfield. As the shot goes on, and it's going to be easy save there for Emily.
Yeah, otherwise you're all down there by yourself.
With no help.
Yeah, it's like me on Xbox Live trying to complete the objectives by myself.
Well, if you're comparing to other sports, you got if you're playing basketball and you're on a 1-on-5 fast break, yeah, you might be outrunning everyone, but you're not going to have any team help if you get in trouble. As Sophia sends the ball in for a nice little shot, but it's going to once again go straight toward the goalkeeper.
We have 5:40 left here in the first half.
It's been an eventful half, though. I mean, we've had plenty of shots on goal for Getchell. Pilchuck's had some nice attacks, too. They just haven't had as much possession. But they do have possession now. It's going to hit the shoulder of Maddie Gramboy. Maddie sends it in to Madison Haglin. Maddie and Madison. Now with Sophia.
It sounds like a cool 80s sitcom.
Madison and Maddie.
Yes.
Well, it's Madison with the ball sending it to Maddie, but it's going to go out of bounds for Pilchuck throw in. Kinsey Conley now for Pilchuck, throwing it into Veronica. And Pilchuck's going to turn it over, but they're going to get it back pretty quickly. McKenzie now with the ball. She's looking up for her teammate. Some nice rollovers with the ball.
See if she can really put her body between. Oh, yeah, there's a double team down there.
And really, I think she was trying to just kind of play the ball off of the Getchell defenders there, trying to get a throw in.
Throw it in, right.
It just didn't spin quite right, had some backspin and came back toward her.
It's kind of the story so far. Each time MP has something bright to go their way and really trying to make something happen, it just doesn't quite work. And so maybe we'll see either with 4 minutes left or in the second half, they're able to pull it together and get a point on the board here.
Right, but it's a nice through ball here. Jaden fighting for it, but she can't quite get there.
Good job by the goalkeeper to stepping up and helping her team out up there.
And like we were saying, a lot of possession going for Getchell, but it still is a 1-0 game. All it takes is one mistake from Getchell, and Pilchuck could be right back in this thing.
Oh, looks like Maya is getting up, limping around. She might have really cracked her shin there. Yeah, she's limping around too. MP, a couple of the players look a little hobbled.
And when you have a smaller team like Pilchuck does, that's going to hurt you even worse. Smaller in size, of course, not in terms of height.
Right.
They have less players on their roster. Sophia now with the ball. Looks back for her teammate. Now Madison Hagelin. Madison looking out wide. She's going to bring it back into the middle of the field, though, but has an errant pass to the wing.
Little miscommunication back there. Oh, header went the wrong way for Michaela.
It's going to be Pilchuck ball. Coming down on 3 minutes here to go in the half. Pilchuck's going to send the ball in. Now that's Brianna Ruiz. Getchell's going to take control. Send it out to G. G looks back, sends it to her defender. Ball back to Courtney. Courtney's looking for Maddie Gramboy, and then she decides to change it up. See Sophia in the middle of the field. Sophia controls it. Sophia has plenty of space. And Pilchuck's really giving the midfield of Getchell a lot of space. They're dropping back. They're putting more bodies behind the ball or in front of the ball to defend their goal. I mean, they're giving up that midfield space, and it seems like it's on purpose. They're not trying to press. They're trying to give them that space because they know if they have a compact defense, it's going to make that finishing a lot tougher, really make Getchell have good finishes and not get easy balls into the box to score.
That's a very good point.
Oh, and a nice
Great
takeaway
job
here by Michaela.
And just the sheer speed of Marysville-Getchell. Madison just overtaking her and getting the ball back.
G cuts the ball back, is looked in the middle of the field for Madison Hagelin. Madison's looking up now, and one good thing you see about Madison is her eyes are constantly up when she's dribbling in midfield. She's not looking down and getting absorbed in her own dribbles. She's looking for her teammates as she's going upfield.
Like Russell Wilson out of the pocket.
Yeah, I think she'd be fine with that comparison. It's a good comparison to a MVP caliber player. Emily's going to scoop the ball up now and look up for a teammate. She sees Peyton Wolf. Peyton's got the ball now as Sophia's going to try and track her down. She can't get to it, but her teammate does. That's Maddie Gramboy. Jaden's going to chest the ball out now for a Pilchuck throw.
And we have less than a minute here, in the first half. 1-0 game.
Courtney is going to chase the ball down here as time's ticking away for the end of the half. Getchell's going to send the ball in. Pilchuck getting a few touches in the opponent's side of the field. Can't quite get anything on this. Chargers are going to have it as the time's winding down. Sophia now pushing up. They're trying to get one late attack here as the ball is going to roll slowly out for a goal kick. And now you see the clocks hit 0, but in high school soccer, we've got stoppage time. You might see it in professional soccer as you're counting up, but the last 2 minutes of the game are going to be kept on the referee's watch. So it counts down from 40 minutes to start, hits 2 minutes, and then the referee's going to call the end of the half like he has just done. That's going to be the end of the half. We're going to go into the break 1-0 Getchell over Pilchuck.
Welcome back to Tulalip TV. Alex, it's a low-scoring affair. It's 1-0. Marysville-Getchell's up, and Kirsten Crane with the lone goal in this game.
Yeah, it's been a pretty dominant possession-wise game for Getchell. They haven't quite gotten anything going inside of the box, but they do have that one goal from Kirsten, and it was a great shot from outside. What I'd like to see from them is getting more people in that box while they're crossing the ball in, put some heads on the ball, and really get a touch to try and get those easy finishes. Pilchuck, on the other hand, needs to control the ball a little bit more in the midfield, get behind the ball, and really just slow things down and get a little bit more possession going.
Yeah, you take a look at the fans there having a good time. Maybe their favorite players that they have little popsicle stick faces there. Pretty cool. Oh, he's got the Pendleton blanket on. I knew I'd see somebody here with one. Got Grandma's Pendleton on him. Right on.
Go tell him to share the warmth.
Yeah, respect your elders, young man. Bring me that Pendleton. All right, we're about to get things underway. As you'd mentioned, MP just having a tough time control the ball. And, you know, as we mentioned earlier, they're a young team. It's tough to keep up with the footwork of Marysville-Getchell Chargers. But maybe, I don't know, just using their body a little bit more to try to maintain that control and get some help prior to the passes being shot downfield.
And you know, that is probably a little bit of their strategy, is not to have too many people in the midfield. Because as a young team, you can get caught out with too many people in midfield where you're caught on the counterattack. You don't have people back, and that can be even more dangerous. You can end up losing 5-0, 6-0, and then really get demoralized. This way, it's a 1-0 score. You have a chance to counter. You might not have control over the game, but you do have the ability to be in the game.
That's a very good point.
As Kirsten Crane now takes control, probably the furthest back she's been in a while on the field. Sophia looking for the ball, but Madison is going to get it.
And the second half here, you see Marysville-Getchell Chargers are going to be moving this way down this end of the field, switched sides of the field here. Shot on goal.
I don't know if Jaden was really trying to get a shot on goal there. She was just trying to get something on it, but it did go toward goal, and it was a needed save there by Emily. We're going to come up with the, I want to say, second corner of the game now for Getchell. We'll see what kind of ball can be put into the box.
Is Madison who will be putting this up?
These set pieces can be dangerous. She sends it in. No one can quite get a full head on it, but it goes back to the far post. The ball's bouncing around in the box. Getchell can't quite get a good foot on it, and Pilchuck clears it, clears the danger.
Great job by MP of just getting it cleared there. That's dangerous territory and a good kick in bounds there.
Bryn Pickleton now. She couldn't quite find a teammate. The ball's going to bounce back to the goalkeeper for Getchell.
Cassidy hasn't had to put much work in tonight.
Yeah, I bet she's pretty happy about that. I was mentioning Emily on the other side. Goalkeepers aren't too happy when they have too much work to do. But they do like to touch the ball every once in a while.
Yeah.
And the ball's going to go bouncing along as Jaden chases it down. And she's going to chase it down. We spoke to Coach Sarah Harris before the game. She couldn't praise Jaden enough. I mean, and she said that Jaden's one of the hardest working players on her team. She's got a high work rate, and that can really help your team, especially if some other players aren't really feeling up to it. If they see Jaden out there working, running hard, it can inspire them to know, okay, we need to get our stuff going. And, oh, a shot on goal. But that hard-working player up top is really important for your team. And it really puts pressure on the other team if they see this person, a person like Jaden, chasing the ball down every second of the game.
Yeah, with the high motor, and really gets the rest of the team motivated by doing so. Is Sophia trying to get it inside. It's cleared by MP.
A nice
That's
fight.
Faith Sherman getting control of it there.
Nice fight for the ball at midfield.
Faith gets it to Madison. MP clears it out.
Kirsten Crane now takes control in midfield and sends it back to her sister. Sister connection going on. As Courtney sends it up now. Jaden, nice control with her shoulder, and she puts it on, and oh, just outside. The goalkeeper just gets a fingertip to it. See the ball head in here now. Great control there. And I'm not sure if it was going to hit the post or not, but the goalkeeper had to make sure there that it was going to. That you can't be too sure, especially with these rounded posts. We're going to get another corner kick here. Send it back. And Madison Hagelin sends it into the middle of the box, and Kirsten Crane gets just under the ball and lifts it up over the goal. That's not a field goal. That's not worth 3 points here.
Unless you're Blair Walsh, you may consider that 3 points.
Getchell taking control again. Really just camping out around the other team's box. Madison Hagelin sends it in. Kirsten Crane with the ball. Finds a safe pass out to Maddie Gramboy. Maddie's going to look out wide.
That was a nice point you were making about them just really letting them have control of midfield and really protecting the goal. You really start to see it more when you mention that, and you're really looking for it.
Yeah, and there's some people who look negatively on ceding control of the midfield, but it's a valid strategy to kind of just, there's this expression in soccer called parking the bus. You park a bus behind the ball and you just don't let anything through. You put everyone back and don't let the other team have an easy attack through the middle of the field or once they get close to the box. as Courtney Cranson's an out now to let her team get their shape back.
And MP is going to be able to move the ball forward here. That was a great job by number 2, Bryn, getting it forward a little too far for her player, but still MG has to clear it out, and now MP is down here with a chance to put a shot on goal, hopefully for him, you know.
Ramina Baines there with the clearance to make sure that Pilchuck couldn't get anything going.
Brianna's going to throw it in here.
The most dangerous attack Pilchuck's had in a while, and it just bounced behind the goal for a goal kick.
That's Mackenzie Connolly. Olivia's going to put it in for Chargers.
There's Michaela Norsworthy for the Tomahawks. She's actually recently moved up from junior varsity to varsity for the Tomahawks. Jaden with control now. She can't quite get it. Getchell takes things back. You know, Veronica seems as though she's dropped back further in the field this half. She was playing up top. I don't know if that's because of that injury that you mentioned in the first half, but
very well could be.
They seem to have changed things up and changed their strategy a little bit.
Yeah, she's kind of limping her left leg earlier, as if maybe a strain or a calf or something.
Getchell has the ball back now with Faith Sherman. Faith at the top of the box sends the ball in, but can't get anything on it. Well, she gets too much on it, actually. She sends it over. Yeah, when a team like the Pilchuck is doing this and putting more people behind the ball to see control of the midfield, it really puts pressure on the opposing team to be able to find those tiny spaces in the box to pass the ball through. And they're lucky, and I shouldn't say lucky, they're fortunate that they were able to find that goal in the first half, because when you are facing a team that likes to do that, it can get more and more frustrating as the game goes on. Mm-hmm. They've got their goal, so they don't have to find one, but they'd like another one, and when it gets frustrating like that, you can start taking too many errant shots from outside, being too impatient, and it tests your patience a lot when you can't find those passes.
When MP dribbling the ball down field and they're not really highly contested, I'd like to see them just take it upon themselves to dribble it a little longer themselves, hold it a little longer, get a little further downfield before making that pass, just to get the ball moving more without having to feel like you're clearing it over and over real deep with nobody there.
That's Kirsten Crane with the ball now. She has options. Madison Haglund is going to be her choice. Madison looking up, finds Sophia. Sophia has Jaden to her right. She can't quite get it over there to the right, though, and the goalkeeper scoops it up. Emily sends it long. That's going to be Mackenzie Conley at midfield, tries to head it to her teammate, but now Getchell has it back. Madison Haglund has it back. Madison's looking to Sophia. Jaden, sorry. Jaden up top for the Chargers as Sophia goes out to receive the throw. Sophia getting the throw. Can't quite get the touch on it, though. It's going to go out for another goal kick. And they play it short. You see those short goal kicks. That's actually a new rule in soccer, pretty worldwide. It used to be that you had to be outside of the goal box to receive a goal kick. If you touched it before it went outside of the goal box, it was a re-kick. They changed it now, though they wanted to be able to start plays quicker, give you the option to pass to your defender in the box, and really get things going a little bit quicker.
Okay.
And you don't see that happening too much at the high school level, but you'll see it more and more often as the rule gets adjusted to. Veronica now clears it off of Jaden.
Especially if your players are having trouble at midfield of coming down
Right.
with it and controlling and boxing out the other team.
And if you got a team that can't necessarily clear it all the way to half field or further down the field, and you want to play it short and just control it in your own end and play out of the back. Ball goes wide now, but goes out of bounds. Ramina Baines is going to chase the ball down out of bounds and then put it back into play for the Chargers. There's Ramina. She's going to send it in now. Faith Sherman with the ball. Faith is looking up. She's going to just play a safe ball over to Madison Haglund, who leaves it for Courtney, but Courtney wasn't there. A little miscommunication for the Chargers. Attack now for Pilchuck. And Bryn Pilkington is going to send it out for a corner. It's a dangerous attack, and that's what you leave yourself open to by not finishing your chances on the other end when a team is parking the bus. That quick counterattack is going to be their main source of attack, but it is dangerous.
I was starting to wonder if we're going to see a 1-1 game there for a second.
Bryn now with the ball on the corner. She's going to try and find her teammates in the box. You see, this is one of the few times they're going to be able to get so many people up for Pilchuck and get an attack going. They're going to try and have to do something here. Dangerous ball in as it flashes across the box. Another dangerous ball in. Courtney clears it out.
Oh, and just off the MP player's foot, so it looks like it'll be a Chargers ball.
And that's the type of things that can happen when, oh, nice header there to clear the ball out.
Oh, unfortunately, Leilani just wasn't able to keep control of that.
And those dangerous balls are what can happen when you don't put your chances away on the other end. I mean, it's a 1-0 game. Chargers are up, but it could change at any moment. Kirsten Crane's going to chase the ball down now. Kirsten, off the hand a little bit there by Leilani, but the ref says it's not an intentional handball. She couldn't control that.
If I played soccer as often as they did, I would constantly having the unintentional hand check. I'd just be flailing them around. It'd always look unintentional.
It's possible to get away with it sometimes, but you don't want to be doing it too often, especially if the ref thinks that it was intentional. He might throw you out of the game.
Oh, he knows I'm a stand-up guy. We're good. Slip a little 10 in his pocket before the beginning. And it's over the goalpost. And
that's the type of shot that I was talking about, being impatient. Kirsten had other options. She can take control of that ball, but she got a little impatient. She got bright lights in front of her eyes and thought that this is my shot. Although after her first goal, can't really blame her.
Yeah. If I had the only goal 1-0, I'd be taking all these shots from midfield. Shot on goal every time, baby. Steph Curry from half court every time.
Courtney Crane with the ball now on defense. Courtney sends it up to Jaden. Jaden takes good control over. Sends it out wide. Ooh.
MP trying to clear it out.
Defender got stung by that hard shot. She's still writhing from the shot. And we're calling for a corner, I believe. Yeah, corner kick for Getchell. Pilchuck player got a touch on it before it went out. Madison's gonna slowly walk over to the corner.
Sorry, had to leave the booth for a second to go retrieve a soccer ball for the team.
Look at you being a good sport and helping out the team.
The last time I tried to help, they needed it for a corner kick, and I threw it towards the goal, and she glared at me. I had to run after the ball at the goal to use it for the corner kick. I'm trying, though. I'm trying here.
Well, it might get to a point where they don't want to play fast. It's not quite there yet, but as it gets down lower and the 15 minutes left, 10 minutes left, you might see Getchell kind of pull back on the attack, really control the ball more and pass around. When the ball goes out of bounds, they might, they might need a little bit more rest, or they might not be as fast to get the ball.
Right.
It's a nice time-wasting tactic, and when you don't have ball boys, it can really take even longer.
I'm kind of out of wind just from going to run that down.
Well, it's a good thing you're not playing. It'd be a 10-0 win for whatever team you weren't on.
Yeah. Well, just from the strategy, yes, Sharon earlier, I don't think that would work out for me either.
We get a substitution now for Getchell, and that's another time-wasting tactic. I don't think they're using it as a time-wasting tactic yet.
Right, but it can be beneficial to a team if they need a little rest.
Right. The longer this goes on, you might see people walking slowly onto the field or walking slowly off. If they might be injured and they have to really take their time to make sure that they get off safely. Madison Hagelin looking out to the wing to Jaden.
Great move.
Jaden's got options on either side. She plays it in the middle, but can't quite get it to her teammate in the middle. And the ball's going to go out for a Getchell throw-in. See a replay here. Madison, eyes up again. Jaden, nice turn.
She's trying to find Elena down there and just off the mark.
If you're watching the replay, Jaden had a shot, but it went slowly again to the goalkeeper. Courtney now going to send it back into the fray to her sister, actually. Kirsten Crane now with the ball. She sends it out wide to Olivia Dahl. Olivia can't quite get control and takes a little stumble, but she's back on her feet. She's fine. She just misstepped. Jaden now with the ball. She sees Olivia, though. Olivia's back up and running. Jaden changes direction, comes back inside, and shoots it off of the Pilchuck defender for a corner kick. Now we'll see the slow walk to get
Sorry,
the corner.
girls, I'm not going to go retrieve that one.
Ooh, off the back. See Madison bringing it over to the corner now. Madison's had some good balls into the box now for the past two corners. Let's see if she can replicate that. And Getchell can try and double their lead. Oh, and they get ahead on it, but can't quite get it on target, can't get the change of
Great
direction.
attempt. Faith Sherman with her height almost got it.
It's nice having those tall players in there to really aim for and give them someone to pick out and target. Ball's going to go back to G. G has a heavy touch, and it's going to pop back out to Olivia Dahl. Olivia's going to send it back to G. G's looking inside. She's looking to dribble. She's looking for people to pass to. She has Sophia, but Sophia was running in. She looked out to the corner flag, and Sophia can't get there in time. It's going to be another goal kick. Veronica taking it now for the Tomahawks. Veronica's going to send it up. And Pilchuck's going to control it near midfield. Options running down the wing. Ball's going to be turned over. Now Madison Hagelin sends it back to her defense. Courtney Crane now. She's going to send it back to her help in defense. We have more players out on the left wing now. G now has options, has Olivia Dahl further down the wing, but she's going to bring it inside. She has players down the middle of the field. A shot on goal, a rocket, but it can't quite get there.
Bounces off Megan Connolly.
Alana Gomez with two quick shots. Should put some power on it. G now has control on the wing. Back to Dahl. Olivia Dahl there. Olivia, nice cut. She still has the ball. She has options in the middle of the box. There's Sophia. Jaden now with it. Jaden can't quite control it. Maddie Granboy now. Maddie fighting for the ball. Sends a cross in. A foul just outside of the box. That's going to be a dangerous position now for the Chargers.
20 minutes, 10 seconds left in the game.
Maddie Granboy dusts herself off. That's a great attack there, really moving the ball back and forth. And the Chargers had people in the box that time. That's what I was talking about at halftime. They needed to get those targets in there, and they've done a better job of getting people in the box now to give their midfielders options to send the ball into. The ball's going to come in. It's a dangerous ball. Jaden almost gets a touch on it.
Great job by the goalkeeper.
Emily
Emily did a fabulous job there, just attacking the ball.
Can't quite control it in midfield. Tomahawks back to Getchell. Tomahawks defender clears it, but it goes sideways, not upfield. Sophia has it. Jaden on the wing. Jaden can't quite control it, but she still has possession. Oh, a great touch on the end line. She's looking back for Kirsten Crane. Kirsten loses control of it, though. A great ball across the box, though, from Jaden Thompson-Sheldon. Pilchuck finally has control of the ball for a little bit, but turns it over now to Courtney Crane. Courtney looking up. She's got her sister right in front of her. Courtney was looking for attackers further up the field, though. The crowd's getting a little fired up about something now. Referee calls for a foul.
I like the aggression by Bryn there, just doing her best to try to get that ball back. Because let's say she does poke that out, she's got a chance to charge down there by herself. So I like the aggression and trying to do her part to just battle through there and say, I need this ball. You know, we're down 1-0. There's 18 minutes left.
They haven't had too much attack going so far in the game, but Bryn's doing everything she can to get something going.
Yeah, you got to take that risk with that aggression, maybe a foul or something. You know, otherwise you can't just settle.
And the ball's going to go out of bounds there for Getchell. Getchell puts the ball in now. G looking for her teammates. She finds someone in the box, but then she's going to get it back, send it into the box. The goalkeeper's going to have nice control over it, though, and throws it out for a quick counter. Let's see what Pilchuck can do with it. Can they find anyone further upfield? They need more midfielders to give their team people to pass to. Just more movement is needed in the midfield area. Maddie Gramboy now with the ball. Maddie's finding Jaden now. Jaden tries to head it back toward the middle of the field. She can't quite get to it. Clearance, and the ball's going to stay with the Chargers.
It's a great job by Kirsten of boxing out back there.
And it sounds like some of the Getchell parents are getting mad about the goalkeeper allegedly being out of the box when she kicks the ball. What they might not realize is that she can kick it out of the box. She just can't have her hands on it outside of the box. And what they've been seeing is that she drops it from inside of the box, kicks it outside of the box, and they want the ball back.
Mr. Sharon educating the viewers today.
I know parents can get a little wound up sometimes.
There's a couple Stan Marshes out there, or Randy Marsh. Excuse me.
Getchell's going to have control of the ball now with Courtney Crane. Oh, and almost a turnover there for the Chargers, but Pilchuck couldn't quite get to it in time.
Yeah, that would have been a big turnover for MP there, a big opportunity. I mean,
Kirsten Crane sloppy with the pass there. Sophia almost got to it, but it's going to be a turnover for the Tomahawks, now taking control of the ball. 15 minutes to go as the referee's going to check his watch. This is Maya Allen for the Tomahawks sending the ball in. And Chargers take control. Sophia there crosses it in beautifully to one of her teammates.
MP still just having trouble keeping control. They have, you know, just a little spark of a great pass, turnover, just having a tough time putting it all together and getting it down the field.
G plays it back to Madison Hagelin. Hagelin looks out wide to Sophia.
Sophia, shot.
A great shot. Really placed it perfectly there. Sophia Trujillo She didn't put too much power on it because she didn't need to. Placement over power every time.
MP player down, Cadence, she's limping off. I think she's going to be okay. She went down tough.
We're going to see a replay here. Nice ball out to the wing and a nice leave there for Sophia. She knew what she had. She saw the goalkeeper shading a little bit too far to her left and knew she had that side netting to place the ball. A great attempt by Emily to get to ground, but she can't quite get to it.
And when Sophia took that shot is when her and Cadence's legs got mixed up, and that's where Cadence injured her shin, it looked like, or ankle perhaps.
We saw in the first half, Kirsten Crane had her goal hit the top left corner of the goal. It looked really pretty, and a lot of people do love those goals, but the placement on Sophia's goal was so perfect that that's almost as impressive, and some people think more impressive, as Getchell's got another great attack going here. There are two different types of goals, but you can really take pleasure in having that great placement, because a lot of times you're not going to have the time to put the power on it to get those goals that go in the top left corner. Those place shots can come so much quicker, and it's kind of like a wrist shot versus a slap shot in hockey. With slap shot, you get more power on it. It feels better when it goes in, but the wrist shot, it's a lot quicker, and it can surprise the goalkeeper.
Yeah, because speaking of being surprised, I thought maybe it would be enough for her to have a bead on it, but you saw her go full speed right away, and it just was just out of her reach. There's no way she was going to be able to make it there from how far away she was and the angle that it got put on, so you're right.
For any of you young soccer players out there, a great drill to play is when you're playing small-sided goals. Try and play so that the only goals that count are the ones that hit the side netting. It's going to make things frustrating for you at first, but when you get it down, it's going to help your game a lot more. Veronica now looking to send the ball in on the goal kick. The referee's seen something that he doesn't like. Or that she didn't like, sorry. I'm not quite sure what she's seeing. Not happy with something. We're going to re-kick either way.
That's our expert analysis on the situation.
Well, I can't hear what she's saying. So.
I know.
And the ball's going to bounce around high in the midfield. Mackenzie Conley is going to find a teammate, and a dangerous attack coming from the Tomahawks. The ball's just bouncing awkwardly there.
MP doing everything they can to try to get that thing going.
A nice scrum going on, and the ball's going to safely bounce out. They might be out of danger, but it's still hard to say, and the ball's going to go out of bounds, so it's going to let the Chargers get their shape back. We'll see this one more time. Unfortunate bounce there. It's going to, oh, the ball had some backspin, messed up the goalkeeper. She couldn't quite tell where it was going to go. Nice clearance there by Maddie Gramboy, though. Really just getting a foot on it and getting it out of the box there was very important. Brianna Ruiz sends the ball in now. Mackenzie Conley trying to find her teammate, but it's going to be a Getchell throw-in.
It's a cold 48 degrees here now. They're warmed up from running around, though.
Yeah, it's one of those times when the weather's not the best for the spectators or commentators, but the players are probably happy that it's cool out there for how hot they're probably getting running around, especially if they've been playing the whole game like a lot of these Getchell players have. Now we have Sydney Justus in the game. Jaden looking up for Alana Gomez. Alana tried to get a shot but couldn't quite get enough power on it. This half, it feels like Jaden's dropped a little bit further back. She's playing a little bit more of an attacking forward role, a center forward, rather than a striker, and Alana Gomez has gone up to a striker position. That might be because they want to get more people in the box. I'm not sure exactly why the coach made that change, but hey, it's worked out. They've doubled their lead, but they can't get too comfortable. 2-0 is one of the most dangerous leads in soccer. You can kind of feel like you're comfortable. you can fall asleep a little bit, and that can let the other team get one goal, and that one goal can turn into quick two. A lot of times the most dangerous time for a second goal is within the first 5 minutes after you score your first.
That's a very good point.
A long ball doesn't quite reach its target there. Jaden's gonna take control. Nice way to attack the ball there. And she's gonna have plenty of space here if she wants a shot. She's trying to hold it up for her teammates, but she can't quite find anyone too quickly. Ball's back now to Madison Haglund. Madison's gonna want that shot, but it's gonna be easily scooped up by the goalkeeper. We have less than 10 minutes now to go in this 2-0 game. Getchell over Pilchuck. Maybe a little bit of revenge for Getchell after the Berry Bowl a couple weeks ago.
Perhaps.
The revenge game. This goalkeeper puts it in quickly to Veronica. Veronica is going to then kick it upfield. Sydney now with the ball. Sydney sends it back to G. Well, G has it now. G is going to take it again, sends it into Madison Haglund. Madison with a heavy touch. It's going to bounce back up to Brianna Ruiz. I'm sorry, that was Kayla, not Brianna. G now with the ball again. She's looking for teammates across the field. Sophia, nice cross there to Sophia. Jaden's going to scoop up the ball on the loose ball. She's going to send it out wide to Alana Dahl. Olivia Dahl.
Brianna does a good job of clearing it out, but Chargers have it again and are moving their way down the field.
Kirsten Crane now. She's got space, she's got the shot, but it's going to hit her own teammate in the head. Jaden couldn't quite get out of the way, and she's sharing a laugh with her teammate. Get some brain damage. Oh, that's going to sting.
Yeah, shots to the dome.
Especially with this cold weather.
Yes.
Dangerous attack now for Pilchuck, but they can't quite get to it, and G's going to be on the ball quick. G's going to have the ball, send it back now. Faith Sherman on it. Courtney Crane now has it. Nice attack coming from Cadence, really putting pressure, trying to make Getchell play the ball quicker than they'd like to.
It was a good job of Maya stepping in front of it there. Just wasn't enough to get a turnover, though.
Jaden's going to chase after the ball, but she can't quite get there. Ball sent back into play, but it's going to be a turnover. Sophia is going to get it for the Chargers and send it back in. Actually, she's going to get it to Maddie Gramboy. Madison Haglund with the ball now. She finds a teammate, sends it back up to turnover. A nice hold-up play there from the Tomahawks. Cadence now chasing down Courtney Crane, trying to get there, but the goalkeeper's going to rush out, Cassidy Short. And she's going to get a touch on it, this time a little bit easier than the last awkward bounce. Sophia has Kirsten Crane on her right. She tries to play it out to Kirsten, but can't quite get enough on it at that angle.
The two scorers tonight trying to get it moved downfield and try to repeat what they've already taken care of with a 2-0 lead, excuse me, with 5:44 left. They got to feel pretty good about that. Bryn trying to move it forward to her teammate there. Chargers able to step in front of it. And they have control again.
Madison Haglund with the ball. Madison looked up. She found her teammate. Found Alana Gomez now, but Alana can't quite get anything on it. Faith Sherman sends it out to Sophia. Sophia looks out wide to the wing. This is Maddie Gramboy. Maddie, nice touch around the defender, but can't quite keep it in.
Oh, she pulled up. She's injured.
She's
down in the corner spot there.
The way she's stretching, I'm thinking it might just be a cramp, but she is still down. Now we've got a trainer over there. I have a feeling it's just a cramp, just the way that they're stretching her out, getting a massage on there, lifting her feet. She's been playing a good majority of the game, if not the whole game.
Right.
So really need to stay hydrated there. But there's only so much you can do when you're playing the full game.
Yeah. Well, when you're up 2-0 also, it might be a good idea just to pull her from the game, you know, just for safety reasons, whatnot. Or not to have it cramp up here in 2 seconds again. I believe, yeah, they've already substituted. She's just going to stay over there.
They've substituted. Nothing to worry about, though. She's getting her cramp massaged out by the trainers, so she'll be okay as we move on with the game. 4 minutes left, 2-0 Getchell. Madison Haglin now with the ball at midfield. Madison plays it off of the Pilchuck player, and Pilchuck takes control. A nice long ball here now. We have Mackenzie Conley trying to chase it down, but the goalkeeper is going to come out at a good timing there from Cassidy Short. Cassidy's going to kick the ball long now. Oh, but a turnover straight to the Tomahawks. Cadence can't quite get control, though. Veronica sends it back up to her team. Sydney now with the ball.
In these exchanges where they're both meeting at the same time, MP just doesn't seem to be getting the better half of them exchanges almost all the time.
No.
They're just not some bad luck on the bounces, too.
And with 3 minutes left, you got to feel good about it if you're the Chargers, even if you can't get control of this. You think that you do have enough control to where you can see the game out, especially now with the ball going down. Oh, Lana Gomez really gets a quick strike. That came out of nothing. The ball was bouncing around in midfield for a while. A nice ball through to Alana, and she was in on goal.
Big smile from Alana. It's nice to get in on the action, you know. And that all started with just that great pass.
And there's nothing the goalkeeper can do about that. I mean, she got a touch on it, and that was about as much as she could hope for. Being one-on-one at that angle, all you're really trying to do is make your body as big as possible, and she did, and she just couldn't quite stop it enough to stop it from rolling into the net.
Two minutes left in the game here.
We're going to hit that stoppage time where the ref's going to take control of the game clock for the rest of the game. Courtney Crane's going to send it in. And that extra goal really gives you that insurance that you need to kind of relax a little bit if you're Getchell. The game's certainly not over, but you're feeling a lot safer.
Yeah.
3 goals in 2 minutes is pretty hard to do. I won't say impossible.
Where's Pele when you need him to go coast to coast for you?
Even Pele might have a little bit of trouble. Just stack everyone back in the box and hope for the best. Solana Gomez now plays it over to Sydney. Sydney's looking up, sees Jaden, but wants the shot. Jaden was there to try and chase, but it's going to go out, and it's going to be a Chargers corner. You see, the good thing about Jaden being there is even though she doesn't get the ball, she moves the defender away from Sydney, allowing Sydney to have the space to take that shot. If Jaden's not there, it would mean the defender can step up and get in front of it, defend it, and maybe block it out for a better ball for the Tomahawks.
Great job by Mackenzie Connolly there clearing the ball.
Tomahawks are going to try and get it upfield, but they can't quite get it to one of their players. Jaden's going to show off that work rate the 90th minute of the game and chase the ball down. Oh, it's going to be Chargers ball. And that's the type of attack that comes out of nothing. Really a nothing ball. It's not really going to do much to give you a goal, but the way Jaden chased it down, it made the defender do something and put something on it. It gave the Chargers a corner, and it gave them that opportunity for attack. Now Faith Sherman's going to get it, but she's going to lose it quickly with a soft touch. Tomahawks counterattacking, but
too much speed by Faith Sherman there and tracks it down.
And you could see Mackenzie Conley there on the counter. She just looked like she was running out of steam, and that's going to come from having that small roster where you don't have as many players there to substitute and give people breaks. Shot now for Tomahawks, deflected off of the defender, and it's going to be a Tomahawks corner. And like we said in the first half, you see that 2 minutes at the bottom. That means that we've reached 2 minutes to go in the half. The ref is now taking control of the game. He's taking control of the time, and will end it when he sees fit based on the injuries that have happened, the stoppages that have happened throughout the game, and anything that he might have deemed to have delayed the game's progress. I have a feeling after this corner is cleared, we might see the end of the game, though. And the ball still hasn't been cleared. Tomahawks still with one last chance, and there the ref sees that the play is over. He's going to call it into the game, and we're going to end 3-0 Getchell over Pilchuck.
So the 3 goals today by Kirsten, Sophia,
and Alana.
And Alana tonight.
Yeah, we had 3 great goals, 3 different goals. The way they were scored, 3 different ways of attacking. We had the nice top left finish from far outside the box. We had the nice play shot by Sophia. And then the quick hit down the middle of the field by Alana.
Yeah, the Chargers did a great job of controlling the ball, controlling the field the whole way through. MP did their best and fought through the best they could, got some shots on goal. Just really had a tough time moving the ball downfield. And as we talked about, they'll have that. They're a young team.
Now, this win is going to be important for Getchell. It's going to bring them within a point of the 3 teams at the top of the standings. They're going to sit at 27 points with 1 game remaining. Edmonds, Woodway, Archbishop Murphy, and Snohomish all have 28 points. So they'll still be ahead no matter what at the end of tonight. But it does give them a chance, if one of those teams drops points, to move ahead after the final game of the season. And that final game of the season will be next Tuesday at Arlington. And that's a team that's currently lower than Getchell in the standings, so they do have another opportunity to move further up the table.
And MP themselves, they've won a handful of games too. I mean, overall, this takes them to 6-7 on the season. That's still not, not a bad record. They're getting some W's out here. This is just a really tough Marysville-Getchell Chargers team they ran into today.
Right, and luckily for Pilchuck, they actually have 2 games remaining. They play again on Thursday, and then they play Tuesday at Stanwood. So they've got Stanwood and Everett left on the schedule.
And Everett's 2-11-1.
Yep, they've got plenty of opportunity to move further up the table. And move above Shorewood and Stanwood. And we see the fans tonight, they gave a great showing for their Chargers, or Tomahawks. I guess they could be Pilchuck fans too.
Absolutely. And here's some of the replays, from tonight.
A great ball bouncing around in the box. No one can quite get anything on it though. Ball down the middle and a shot on goal.
Boy, they really kept her busy tonight. I mean, Emily, she was all over the place. I mean, it was 3-0, but how many did she have to snag up too, though?
And the 3 she let in, there was nothing much she could do about it. I mean, you don't ever want to say I couldn't do anything as a goalie, but I mean, she was one-on-one on all those, and when you're one-on-one, you just have to do your best and guess the right way. And she did a good job of putting as much as she could on the ball. You see that first goal there.
What are you going to do with that?
I mean, she really put that where no one can get it. That's going to be tough for a professional goalkeeper to stop, much less someone in high school,
right?
Who hasn't quite hit their growth peak yet.
So we're going to leave you with these highlights tonight. Thank you for joining us on Tulalip TV. I'm Robert Watson.
I'm Alex Sharon.
All right, join us next time.
Wow.